aggressive in this season. The goat, yeah. What's up, Teo? Doing chart. I don't know what to type in them. Can I pin? I bet. Now I gotta see how to copy paste this in 1 sec. Send some stocks in the chat, guys. You guys want me to do a review on. I gotta find the link to this though. Where is the link? Send some stocks in the chat to do. We're doing chart requests. Some chart reviews. Damn, Unk, you ain't learned shit yet. I'm trying to find the link to this. I think I'm gonna do it on my computer. Let's see. It's gonna take a little bit. Costco Takis. Costco. Trader Joe's Takis are fire. Alright, there we go. Okay. Now it's gonna send some stocks in the chat. Do you guys want me to do a review on? Gotta like my shit. Send some stocks in the chat to get reviews. Send some stocks in the chat. You guys want me to do a review on? Doing chart reviews right now. Just doing some chart reviews. Nvidia? Yep, let's take a look at Nvidia. I have this one on my watch list. Nvidia. This is an interesting one. By the way, Miguel, is your plan a long-term or a trade, like a swing trade or something? So I can give you my opinion on based off what your goal is. Big tomorrow, I think? Oh, that's because you swing trade, okay. Yeah, that's what I mainly do here on this channel. Big swing traders. Nvidia, hold on. Let me get it up for you. Okay. Alright, this is Nvidia. I do like it held good support here on the 50 MA. Right here, the screen line is the 50 MA. I do like that it held support here. We can see it did bounce off it. 3 green candles in a row. We haven't seen it touch 200 yet, so easily we're going to clear 200 for Nvidia. Considering AMD's at 259 now, I do like Nvidia to at least catch up a little bit to AMD, considering it's a way bigger company. But yeah, it could depending on what they say. The CEO is talking tomorrow. We could see this pump to 200 plus tomorrow. You can take a quick profit on this, but I would have bought here at 165 on that pullback in September. But I like this for new all-time highs, Nvidia here. I want to see Nvidia be at 220, 230 by the end of the year. But for a shorter term swing, we could definitely play this from 190 to 200 plus this week. But I like the swing trade monthly. But this could be a good quick swing, like a nice swing here on the weekly. How are we looking on the shorter term chart? Let's take a look. Yeah, it's not too bad. The 1 month. Yeah, so on the 1 month you can see we did get these crosses here. This is signaling an uptrend here on the short term, which we got already, but it can continue this upwards trend. I think it will, but I like to look at the longer time frames. Any other stocks you guys have in the chat? Just waiting for some people. We just started the live, so we're trying to get some people in here. Just send some stocks in the chat that you guys want me to do a review on. Send some tickers. We're doing some chart requests. I'm actually curious what Nvidia's price target is. Let's take a look real quick before. Thoughts on Risk Robotics. Could I still buy, or is it over for me? It's a gamble right now. It's too high. That's just my opinion. I just typed in RR. Hold on 1 second. Let me answer that in a sec. 1 second. I'm just looking up Nvidia's price target real quick, and then I'll give you my response with that. Nvidia's price target is 223. I think it'll hit 223 by the end of the year, rather than 1 year out. But it's technicals, strong buy, and analysts are giving it a strong buy. But back to RR. We'll take a look at RR because I do mark this one out. I got a lot of questions about RR. Yeah. So my chart, I did call this here to pull back. It did to 4. I was calling a pullback here to $4 in my Discord. I did call that out. It fell down to 460. That was our entry. If you haven't been in it, you shouldn't be buying there. Right now, I wouldn't be buying here. That's just my opinion. I think it's just gonna have to run off news. Right now, off the chart, we're in our sell zone. So this is our sell zone. We want to be buyers here. And if you want to get into an entry, you shouldn't buy here at 460. I'm not a buyer here, in my opinion. Someone said ARWR. I'll take a look at that one. ARWR. But yeah, for Rich Tech, I'm not a big buyer. What's ARWR? I'll look at Rich Tech's price target too and see what analysts are saying about it real quick. When's the best time to buy stocks? We do post a lot about that on our Discord. Our Discord's free, and our Discord is linked in the bio. You just have to copy paste it. But we also post videos all the time on TikTok about when to buy. I will show you in a second, just give you an example. But if you want for more, Rich Tech's price target is $3. So I'm not huge on Rich Tech right now. Thank you for the rose, Dom. All right, so back to ARWR. Huge uptrend here. I think that news clicked in about that approval in November. We got a huge pump here. I'm not a buyer here. I want to see it pull back to $30 before I start an entry here on ARWR. Thank you for the roses. But yeah, when's the best time to buy stocks? I'm a beginner. I'm a swing trader. It depends what your goals are. What's your goals? Long-term invest, or you're more of a swing trader or something? I need to know your goals here before I give you any opinion. Just let me know what your goals are. Swing trader. Okay, so swing trader. My strategy. I don't know if you follow me or not, but my strategy is I'm a monthly swing trader, not a weekly. This like the longer time frames are usually more accurate, especially in the stock market. I trade 1 to 6 months out, and this is how I mark out my zone. So I look to buy low, sell high. That's mainly my strategy here. I look for beaten up stocks. This is just what I look for. Everyone has a different strategy, but I look for stocks that have been on a downtrend. I want to be buying at the bottom. So for example, these are my zones. The gold and purple, these gold zones and these purple zones are my buy zones. So like majority of my position I want is gold zone, and like a dollar cost average here in a purple zone, because this is usually a sign for an uptrend. And my sell zone, my sell target's here in a red zone. So for example, this is UNH, and UNH, my sell target would be 480 to 600, and this would be on this is typically a longer swing because this is a bigger company. My swings range, like I said, 2 to 6 months, but this could be a 2 to 8 month swing. depending on the price target. So I would hold this until it gets into my zone, and then I would sell it here. But I want to be big buy. For example, Target's definitely my favorite stock right now. Let's go to Target real quick. See, Target's been taking a beating over the past year. We were in our sell zone here. You can see we're in our sell zone, fell off, back into our gold zone. So this is when we're going to start buying entering our position here. Majority of our shares want to be here, and we're going to play it back up to the sell zone. So our buy is here. I have an average cost of 87, and I'm holding it up until 140, and then I take my profit. If you're a shorter term swing, like if you're a shorter term trader, then you would take your profits up here in the purple zone at like 120. It just depends on what your goals are. What are your thoughts on PLNT? Let me take a look at PLNT. But yeah, we talk all about when to buy in our Discord. We post, you guys can ask questions. We talk about what's a good entry for it in our Discord. Just helping our community out and everything. PLNT, this is a downtrend now. You can see we got a death cross here, the moving averages, the 20 and the 50, the golden green. Those lines, those are the moving averages, cross below this 200-day MA. It's signaling a downtrend. We can see this fall here. Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, any questions, we're always responding in the Discord. We have a bunch of admins who are always open to answering questions and everything like that. But yeah, this is PLNT, Planet Fitness. I see this coming down. I think we're going to fall a decent amount. We had the death cross here, so it's not looking good. How much do you make on a trade? It depends on my goal for the trade. For example, my most recent big trade was Tesla. I was buying Tesla a lot at 330, and I sold it at 450 in a month. So I made, I think it was like 14K in 1 month. But that's just lucky that the fact that Tesla moved. My goal was to hold that for a few months. It just happened to be that a month it hit my price target in 1 month. DEFT entry. I like DEFT. It's just one of those companies that can move off hype. I like an entry here. Anything, so you can see we're in our gold zone, so this is where we would start our entry. Obviously, we could fall a little bit more to 175, we could see, but it doesn't hurt to buy here. You could always dollar cost average if it pulls back. What's the MAC-R? What do you mean the MAC-R? Should I buy PLNT now? No. That's a sell, unless you're playing puts on it. For PLNT, I'm not a buyer there. Yeah, entry, I like an entry here because we are in our golden zone for DEFT. I'm buying here and selling up here in the red zone. That's a decent profit trade there. And we can also see, if we're taking a deeper look at DEFT, just to do some deeper research for you guys, we can see our 1 year price target is 537, which is a 150% gain. We can see right there, that's a 1 year price target. I think it's going to get there before a year. Just my opinion. What are the high price you're expecting for that one we were watching? What the high price you're expecting? High price? What do you mean? When? When's the high price for it? I don't know what you mean. When is the high price? When's the top? Are you saying when is it gonna get there? Or the last time it was at this peak was, I don't know what you're asking exactly. I'm sorry. It's March. That was at the peak here, and then it fell off, and I'm playing it back to the top here. I would probably give it a 2 to 4 month range for DEFT. DraftKings. Let's take a look at DraftKings. DraftKings. This is an interesting one. I like this one for the season. This is very seasonal. Wow, it fell off a cliff. The only thing about DraftKings is it has a lot of competition. So let's just DKNG. DraftKings has a lot of comp with FanDuel and everything. Analysts are rating it a strong buy with a 1 year price target of $50 a share. So it's definitely interesting. I do like it here based off how the chart moves. We can see the sideways movement. We come down to the support level. I'll draw it out for you guys. We came down to the support level. This is the... Oh, what's up, Gerv? We came down to the support level a few times here. Let's see, yeah. So now we're back at this point. You could play this back up to $50 a share. It's not bad for a trade right here. I do like it. As long as it holds the support. If it drops below this, I would probably either sell or hedge it with puts. What is the high price for the one you're watching? That, well, if you're asking about DEFT, my high price right for that one is like $5 a share. Thoughts on UMAC? I could take a look at that one. Let's see. But DraftKings not a bad trade here as long as it holds support here at 30. This one I like the pullback it had. We should have been buyers here at $11 for UMAC. It pulled back to the 50, held support there. Should have been buying here and swinging it back up here. Right here, it's not. I just don't like buying things when they're close to the peak. We're in an uptrend though, so it's not a bad buy here. We can continue this uptrend. It just has to hold $12 as support, and this thing will continue to run. Went 25% over and oh, right now? Oh no, last night I think you're talking about. Yeah, you can see. Yeah, I pumped to 16, pulled back a little bit. Still not bad though. We're not on the top of the RSI yet. This still has more room to run. Yeah, last night. But we want to be buying here at 12. When the RSI was low, is when we were buying. That was $12 a share, and we could swing it back up to the upside. What are you doing, Groove? Oh, can you post the YouTube link in the thing? Ian, thanks. Any other stocks? You guys send them in the chat. We're doing some chart reviews. And like the live so we can get more people in here if you guys don't mind. Support. Buy on UMAC now, dollar cost average. Yeah, you can. It's not looking bad. We're in an uptrend here. We've been in an uptrend since $12 a share back in what is it, July? Back in July, we've been in an uptrend, so but it hasn't really moved much. This was the biggest move we got, up to 17. SoFi reports when? Is that tomorrow? Or Wednesday? Thursday? It's this week, I know. Yeah, SoFi is pumped. It reports tomorrow. SoFi is interesting. It's at a key point here. If it doesn't, it's Wednesday. Oh, tomorrow before open? This guy said Wednesday, so I guess he's wrong. Tomorrow before market opens. That's the confirmation we just got. So yeah, that's pretty big. Yeah, the 28th. I see it right here on my screen. Yeah, so key support levels here at 26. If it falls before 26, we have a lot of room to fall back down to 18. But it's not looking bad. It held good support here, but it's just going to depend on the earnings tomorrow. But you can still sell it right now. Oh, maybe not. Not anymore. It's overnight now. Any more stocks? Send them in the chat. I do like SoFi for a long term, but it's the moving average it's a lot of gap here, so it has some room to fall before it has some room to fall before another move up, like a big move up. Just send some more stocks in the chat. You guys want me to review? And yeah, it's not too bad on the RSI though. We're kind of in the middle, so this can go either way. It's Caba, C-A-B-A. I've never heard of this one. Let's see what this is. This is biotech. Yeah, we got a golden cross at 180. Pumped. Oof, we already pumped to $3. Yeah, I'll look at Bull in a second. I like Bull for what the price is right now. Signaling an uptrend. Yeah, this thing has a little more room to run. Maybe up back to 330. It's not looking bad here though. This is Caba. Let's take a look at Bull. What happened? Type. That's good. You post anything on Twitter today? Let's look at the 6 month. I forgot. Okay. See, we're in a short downtrend here, which I think this is the majority of the hit it took. It took down to 10.55. I think that's the floor for Webull. I like buying it here and playing it back up to 15. It also has a 1-year price target of what, $18, $17.50, which is over a 50% move for Webull. But I like Webull for a swing here, on like a 2 to 6 month swing, maybe less, 2 to 4 month, back up to 15. CTMC. Let me take a look at that one. CTMC. Let's see. 1 second. CTMC. The 20 did down cross the 50, so this is a penny stock. Is this the way CTMC? Am I looking at the right one? Are you asking for? Oh, this is the penny stock girl, I think. Yeah, it could pull back a little more. It was down 8% today. I mean, key support here at 9 cents. APLD or Kura. Which one do you want me? I could look at both. Let's take a look. APLD. I think is this. I think I looked at this one last week too. Yeah. So you can see we pulled back a sharp pullback and instantly pulled back up off that. Held great support at that 50 MA, 28. Pump back up to 34. So now we're at a resistance level here because this is a new resistance. So we'll see how it acts off here. We could either pump back up to 40 or we could pull back down to 30. But this is also at peak. I don't like buying stocks at the peak when I'm swing trading. It's just my strategy. But it doesn't look bad. Key support though. I mean, we're at a key resistance level. We'll see how it does this week. We'll do Kura for CURA. Yeah, same thing here. We pulled back to the 50 MA. We're in an uptrend. We broke the first resistance on the 20. We pulled back down even further and pumped. This thing, you don't want to be buying off the pump here. You already missed this one. HSBC. Let's take a look at this one. Alright, so we did pull back here, hovering above the 200 MA. We do not want to be dropping below 64 here. We want to see 64 as a key support level to pump back up to 70 plus. Once again, I don't like buying stocks at the peak though. Just my personal opinion. PubM. Yeah, we'll take a look at PubM. Okay, so this is an interesting one. These are the ones I like. We got the death cross here for whatever the reason was. Seems like it was a company issue or some news that came out that absolutely, you can see this fair value gap here. Hasn't recovered. We've been moving sideways since. I like this. Let's see the price target on it. Let's see if there's anything special going on. I haven't heard anything about this, but we have a price target of 11, so it's a 30%. Analysts are giving it a buy. Yeah, I like the sideways movement here. We're holding good support, a lot of consolidation. We could pump back up to $11. I'm up 20% on Kura. Time to sell. I would take profit. I forgot let me look at the chart again. Yeah, off that candle, I would probably take profit here. That's just my opinion. Obviously, it can continue to run. Maybe we could say to 12. But you can see we're giving our sell indicators. We're at the top of the RSI. What happens when we're at the top? You can see dropped off. Last time we were at the top, came down. Other time we were at the top, we came down. Other time we came down again. So it could pump a little more, but I would be safe and take profit on this one. Unless you're in it for a long term. It just depends on your strategy. Bryce? What's Bryce? Is that a stock? No, it's not. No. ACMR. If you guys like, just drop a follow. We do lives every week, twice a week, and posting a lot of videos on TikTok and content on our Discord. The Discord's linked in the bio too. This one, ACMR. Let's look at this one. ACMR. Let's take a look at this company. Thank you for the follow, guys. Alright, so we have a 1-year price target of 43, which we're almost at right here. We can see we pulled back to the moving averages. It held good support on the 20 and 50, pumped back up a little bit. We have some room to run to 45, but once again, I'm not a big buyer with my strategy when we're at the peak of stocks here. You can see this gap between the 200 and the actual where the stock is trading right now. But it does have, yeah, I think we could see 45. Maybe peak could be 50 for this. But analysts are giving it a strong buy. But it has a 1 year price target of 43, which isn't crazy. But once again, that can change. Any other stocks? I'm in the chat. Just doing some chart reviews. We have big earnings this week. KLAC is expensive. Do you want me to look at that one? Wow. Yeah. This one's expensive. I don't know what you're looking for here. But once again, the 200 MA is at 955, so I'm not a buyer here. I don't like buying at the peak with my strategy. This is when you're looking at stocks like this, you already missed the run up. You could just take smaller profits if that's your goal. Nvidia, we just did Nvidia, but I'll take a look at it again. I like it to go 200 plus. Once again, I'm not huge on buying stocks at the peak, but Nvidia is one of those stocks that haven't hit what their expectations were. I like JD. I'll take a look at JD in a second. People are saying Amazon is bullish with the holiday season, but they're also supposedly getting rid of. Yeah, they're cutting a lot of employees. Yeah, but if you look at it like that, if they're cutting employees, they're paying less salaries. That's better for the company. Paying less salaries, they're making more money. I like it. I mean, Amazon's a great long-term hold. I think Amazon should be like 270 right now. I think it's really undervalued. It's one of those stocks that haven't moved with the rest of the market. It's kind of flat. It's been flat for over a year. I just think it's one of those stocks that are going to run soon because it hasn't run with the rest of the market. I think it should be 270 right now. I like 300 for at least a 1 year price target. But Nvidia, I forgot I was going to do Nvidia real quick. Let's see, Nvidia. I like Nvidia to go 220 plus. But once again, I do like where we are here. I would have been buying when it pulled back to 175 here. But I do like it to make new all-time highs because it hasn't, at least by the end of the year. I want to see Nvidia create a nice gap up. I'll take a look at JD first because look at JD. I like this one. This is a Chinese company. And once again, this is one of the stocks like I was just talking about where these companies haven't moved with the rest of them. All these Chinese stocks have been pumping, like Alibaba, Baidu, all those type of companies. This one hasn't done anything. But we're at a key support level here. We can see we got the golden cross here. We pumped back up to 36. Let's look on a 1 year actually. That was a forward. That was the wrong chart. So that we didn't get the golden cross. We got a death cross here. It pulled back to 30, held good support, tested the 200 MA as a resistance line, and pulled instantly back down. So I would be careful with this one. I do like it though because it's one of those companies that haven't popped, but I want to see confirmation over $35 and hold support here before my entry. I want to see this at least test 36 again and see if it could hold and make the 200 MA a support line. If it does that, if it stays above this 200 MA and holds that as support, then this is signaling an uptrend. Let me try and keep up with the comments here. Cake. I like Cake, I think. I don't know how it moved today or this week, but I was liking it last week when we were talking about it on the live. Yeah, so we did call this out as a buy. When it was at 54, we called it as a buy, and we're going to play it back up to 60. I like playing this back up to 60. And then I would swing trade it. I wouldn't long term hold this one. Long, I don't know any of these. These are probably all penny stocks. I know you like penny stocks. This person, yeah. Death cross here pulled all the way from $6 to a penny stock. Well, not penny, but $1.60 here. Kind of running flat. I don't know what your goal is for this one. If you're playing it back up to 3, you might be in this for a little while. If you guys like, drop a follow. We do a bunch of lives and everything like that. We have a Discord linked in bio you guys can join. We do post updates all the time, stocks to buy. We help our whole community out with this market. We're swing traders and everything like that. We trade 2 to 6 months is usually our time frame for swing trading. Whenever we hit our target price, so that varies. AMPL. AMPL. We got a death cross, so I'm not a huge buyer on this one here. I think this has some more room to fall to $8. You can play puts. ASST. I know this one's getting a lot of hype, and it moved a lot last night. It moved, what, 50% last night? End of the day, 50%, so it didn't really do anything during regulation of the market, but most of that movement was overnight and stayed flat all day. It's definitely interesting, though. We did drop way below the 200 MA. So that's... ASST was up 50%. And then... It looks like, I mean, we could play this back up to $3. So it's not a bad swing up to $3. Let me see, I don't know if anyone... We can check the insider buys and stuff like that real quick. Hold on. I just see a lot of... Yeah, it did have a lot of volume. Yeah, 1 billion volume today. It's crazy. It does beat earnings. Do we see insider buys? Yeah, we're getting a lot of buys in September, though. Nothing yet for October. A lot of people are buying at $2.50, so that's interesting. There was a lot of insider buys when the stock was at $2.50, and now we're at $1.60. So I do like to play this back up. I do like to play this back up to $3, but this is a penny stock. Like I said, these are riskier when you're looking at penny stocks. I like to look at more established companies and trade monthly. Any other stuff? RR? A lot of people ask about RR. I think I did this one 3 times already, but I will give it another look. I'm not a buyer here. You can see what my strategy here. We buy in this gold zone, in the purple zone, and sell up here in the red zone. If you want to get an entry, if you miss it, you could have your chance at $4.60. We called it out in the Discord when it dropped below the 20 MA that it was going to pull back to $4 and change, which it did, and pump back up to $6 and kind of struggling here as a support level. It was down today in a green market, which was pretty bad considering it was down 3.5%. But I know this has a lot of news tomorrow. It's with the whole Nvidia thing and everything like that. We'll see what it does, but I'm not a buyer here. MRK. I like SoundHound a lot. That's one of my favorites. MRK. I'll take a look at MRK first. Let me know what you think for tomorrow's let me know what you think of it for tomorrow's earnings and Wednesday's rates. I'm in for RR. I see the one who asked RR. Who asked for RR? I think it was Zach. Does he mean for SoFi? Oh, SoFi did amazing today, and after hours setting up very well for earnings. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I like it, but once again, it depends on your strategy for it. If it falls, you gotta be ready to buy more. So I wouldn't full port. Unless you want to take some off the table today, you could sell half your shares or like 30% of your shares. Ride the rest if it pumps, and just buy again if it drops again. Let me do MRK first. I gotta catch up on some of these guys. You guys are commenting a bunch of stocks, so. MRK, we got the Golden Cross. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. This is interesting. Yeah, this thing got a lot of room to run. We could see 94 in the next 2 weeks. Next support, I like to play this back up to 100 plus. This is looking good though. Let's see. Which S&P do you like? Spot. I like VOO. Ticker VOO. I'm gonna check Sound first. SOUN. I like SoundHound a lot. This is one of my favorite ones. I marked this out because we're in an up channel here. We're on this resistance. I'm in the support level here. We can play this back up to 23, but I'm in this for a long term. I like SoundHound for the long term, but if you're trying to trade it and swing trade it, I like this up to 23. Pretty soon too. I like it in like a few weeks. I like to play it back up to 23. We'll just say 2 weeks to 2 months range. DVLT. Let me take a look at DVLT. DVLT. What is this? Penny stock. We'll look at the 6 month. $4. Oh, is this? Okay, it's not that cheap anymore. It pumped already. I don't like buying here. I'm a seller here. HEHE. I don't see one. I think you're just typing hee. Send more stocks in the chat. I'll do a review on them. But yeah, for SoundHound, I'm a big long-term investor for that one. But if you want to swing trade, I like it back up to 23. Send some tickers in the chat. If you guys enjoy, just drop a follow. We do lives and post videos every so often. We do 2 lives a week, and we post every week. And we have a Discord where we're posting content every single day in the Discord. And helping our community out all the time. So just send if you guys are enjoyed. The Discord is linked in my TikTok bio. WT. We'll take a look at WT. Alright, yeah, this thing has more room to fall. It's not looking too good. We fell down to 12. It looks like we're nosedive. This is a falling knife. I would stay away from this one right now. Unless you're playing puts on it. OKE. Let's take a look at this one as well. Okay, for my strategy, this is one I like. But we want to see some support here at 67. So I wouldn't buy quite yet. You have some time with this. I would wait for some confirmation, some sideways movement. Nice consolidation here to show that this is the bottom for at least a gap up to 76. This is OKE. Doesn't look bad, but I'm not a buyer yet. I would wait a little bit and see how we play off this price. Yep. Yeah, because this thing has been taking a nosedive, so we don't want to be catching a falling knife. We want to be catching it when it's at that nice floor, that nice flat ground. I'll show you my cheat sheet that we have in our Discord. Our Discord's free, if anyone's wondering, but we do have a cheat sheet for our members where this is how we trade. We want to be buying in this consolidation, the sideways movement. When we're trading on the 200 moving average, the mean is the average, and we hold and play it up to our sell zone. We take our profits. You don't want to hold into greed, and then you come back down and back below. So we want to be buying in our despair below the average, or we're trading on the average. So that's our strategy here. LAC. I'll take a look at this one. Anyone has any questions on earnings? I know it's a big earnings week and earnings season's getting started, and this week has really big earnings for a lot of companies. We failed to hold support here at $6.60. What was what? Yo, what was that? The other stock? Yeah, the cheap one. This one? This is LAC. It pulled. I don't like it here. It's got a lot of room to fall still. We did break it. We want to see support here, $6. Yeah, we swing trade here. The last one I had up, OKE. This one. This is $69 a share. It's the most recent one I had up. I like it here, though. I want to see some support here at 66. Is it an investment? I long-term invest and I swing trade, but right now I'm trading. I like a swing trade. I buy and sell 2 to 6 month. It varies depending on yeah, it looks good. But I want to see some support here before I enter this position. DJT. I like this one. DJT is the perfect example of this. We are in our takeoff. You can see right here. We had, let's go on the 1 year. I like to look at longer time frames. So this is DJT. We can see we completely fell off, dropped below the average. The mean is here. This is despair. Drop below the mean, which is the average. We drop below here, and now we're in a sideways consolidation period. That's our takeoff phase. We're going to be buying. This is the smart money area. We're going to be buying here and playing it all the way back up. So I'm playing this back up to 30 plus. DJT. What is it again? The ticker for the other one is OKE. I'll take a look at. Is this Bitfarm? I think BITF is Bitfarm. Yeah. Once again, let's see here. We pulled back to the 20 MA, $4. Are you in this one? Oh. Pulled back to 420. Held decent support. You could play this back up to 6. I like the support to help, but we did get a back-to-back red candles. But yeah, if you're swing trading it, you can play it back up to $6 to fill this gap. Serve. I think we do this. We do a lot of these. I guess obviously repeat every week, but yeah. So we pulled back to the 50. We want on this quick candle downwards here at $12. This is where we wanted to buy it. We pulled back, held support at 50, and pumped back up. Now, if we're using this is a key position here, so you could enter here, hoping to pull back up to 18, or this could become, now this is a new resistance level here, so we could pull back down a little bit. I like to have a green day, 3%, that's a good sign. But I do like this to play back up to $18 a share. See, we're not in our red zone right now, so. But like I said, we also did get the golden cross here, so that's signaling an uptrend. I like to play this back up to 18. This is looking good. Let's see. Why is no one talking about FNMA or FMCC? I have never heard of those. Short-term downtrend here. This can fall back down to 11 flat. You could buy it here, though, just dollar cost average. What's that FMCC? I'll take a look at the analysts on what they're saying about this one as well. 1 second. Let me just pull it up on my other monitor. FMCC. This is not the stock. Oh, this is. Wait. Why is there 2 FMCCs? Federal. Wait. I'm pulling up the wrong one. Top 3 stocks this week. So basically what I do on my top stocks, when I post top stocks, those are stocks that I like at the current price. It doesn't mean it's going to move this week, but it's stocks I would look to buy this week. So when I posted Webull, I'll show Webull real quick. BULL, that was my top stock of the week. It doesn't mean it's going to pump this week, but it does mean I like the price to buy it this week and enter this week. You see we're here, where this is the bottom. We hit this bottom, pump back up. We're back at that bottom again. We're at the bottom here, pump back up. Also really low in the RSI. Look what happens every time we're low in the RSI. It bounces up. So we're playing that bounce back up to 15 plus. I just like buying it this week. The top 3 stocks to buy this week, I would say Webull. I like Lucid as an entry, and Soundhound. Those are just off the top of my head. I also really like HIMS. Ticker HIMS. Hims and Hers. It's a good health company. That's also, you could stay in that one for a while as well. Do you usually hold after a stock split? I did hold for, not usually, but I did hold on a reverse stock split. I don't know about a regular stock split. But I only did that one time with Lucid. I was buying Lucid at like $1.98, and I did a reverse stock split, and I held it, and I'm playing it, but I wouldn't hold it on a regular stock split. I don't advise it. XRP, I could do that one off the top of my head. I like XRP for short term. I like to play it back up to 350, but I'm not big on it for long term. I think it's overhyped and everything like that. I'm not big on XRP. That's just my opinion. I think it's gonna really disappoint a lot of long term holders saying it's gonna be the next Bitcoin. I'm not big on XRP, but I think the market is gonna end the year on a bull run. So I do like, for the crypto market and stock market. So I do like XRP for a new all-time high before it comes back down a lot. Can you zoom out so we can see the tickers you pulled up? Can you zoom out so we can see the tickers you have pulled up? These? Or you want to see these? This is my watch list. I don't know what you're asking for. How long do you recommend to hold for HIMS? It depends on your goal with it. If you're a long-term in HIMS, I like to hold it to 100 plus. If you're a short-term trader, I would buy it here at 50 and sell around 55 to 60. I would take some off the table at 55. Take some, like 20% off at 55, take 20% off at 60, and then I would probably sell the rest of it at 65, 70 for a swing trade. I don't know what you're asking for. Ethereum is a long-term hold. So HIMS and Hers are good for day trading. I swing trade, I don't day trade. I swing trade, depends on my price target. It can be a week trade, 2 weeks, or mostly it's 2 to 6 months, because I look for beaten down stocks and swing it back up to the peak. Not the peak, but that top zone, like right here. This is Duolingo. Like, for example, I would be buying down here in the gold zone or the bottom of this purple zone and swing it back up to the red zone. Just depends on my strategy, my goals. No, like, whenever you have a chart pulled up, you can't see the ticker. Yeah, I'll just show you guys the ticker. It's kind of hard to zoom out and see it on my screen. But I usually say the ticker before I'm doing it. Like, this is Duolingo, the D-U-O-L. This is Duolingo, but I like HIMS. I'll just pull up the HIMS chart real quick. HIMS. I do like, I had a red day today. The 20 did down, it's the 4 hour, look at the yearly. Yeah, so I like to play this back up to 55 here. from 48 to 55 as a short-term swing. That's like a 2-week swing trade right there. 2 week to a month. Depends. It could be one day for all I know. It just depends on your price target. Send some more stocks and send them in the chat. Stocks and cryptos we do. We have a Discord linked in the bio if you guys are interested. We post a lot of content in there. Follow if you like this type of content. We do lives, just doing chart requests and everything like that. Post top stocks and when to buy and everything like that. Hood. It's another stock at the peak of. Hold on. So yeah, we pulled back. If you were looking for an entry, you should have been entering here at 122. We pulled back to the 50 MA. This is when we would be buyers. And it pumped right off that number back to 146. You could, if you want to short it, short-term swing trade it, you could play it back up to 153. But like I said, I'm not a huge fan of buying at the peak. You can see this gap. The 200 MA is all the way here at $80 per share. That's a big gap right there. It's a little scary. It's got a lot of room to fall. Yeah, Hood already had his run. We're trying to look for stocks before to catch that run. We don't want to be buying when the run is almost over. Like, I'll pull up the chart again. We right here for Hood, we're buying into delusion and greed. That's where we're at, Hood. We want to be buying before so we can get a huge swing up. That's what we're looking for. With my strategy. I'll do CPER. CP. If you guys enjoy, drop a follow. We post bunch of content. We're a new page trying to post content. We're trying to push out more content, everything like that. We do lives twice a week. We have a Discord linked in the bio where we post a ton of stuff. You can see right here. Let's just show you guys. We have a free. Most of the stuff is free. We do have a VIP for it's cheap, but most of the stuff we do, we post top stocks. This is all free stuff. We post when to buy, stock alerts, everything like that. But that's just the Discord. If you guys like, you guys drop a follow on a TikTok as well. We do a bunch of lives just doing chart reviews. But this is CPER. I do like this though. It looks good. Let's talk about the golden cross here. We want to see support here at 31. And then play this. I like to hold this back up to 36 for CPER. We're getting a lot of NASDAQ. If you're that's just a long-term hold. Are you looking to swing trade the NASDAQ? Thank you. No problem for the info, everything like that. Tempest AI, it's another stock you missed a run on. I had this on my watch list when it was like $30 a share. What's the ticker for that one? I think I have it on my watch list, actually. I have this at one of my watch lists, but I was watching this one for a while. Yeah, we missed the run. You want to be buying here. When we got this, I had this on my watch list at 50, so we got the golden cross here. This is where we want to be buying. We'd be buying here and selling up here in the peak at 104. Right now, I do like to pull back down to the 50 MA 84, pump back up, so you could play this back up to 104. But I don't like buying at the peak. What is a reasonable price target for Webull in 2 months? I like Webull to 15, 2 months. That's like a 50, almost just like a 40% gain right there from where we're at. I like Webull a lot. That's why I posted it. I'm a big fan of Webull to bounce back up. Like I said, I showed you the chart. It's at that bottom. It bounces off that bottom every single time. And I want to play, you should have been buying at like 10 or 11. Anything under 12 for Webull is good, and playing it back to 15, which is like a 40% gain. But it does have a 1 year price target of 18, which is like a 55 or 60% gain. ELBM. Yeah, we'll take a look at this one. I have is my comment not pinned? Do you see it or no? Rigetti? I just stay away from. You miss Rigetti. Unless you're playing puts on it, I'm not a fan of quantum computing. All of those stocks, you missed the pump on those. Now you're buying in delusion. So I'm not a fan of Rigetti where it's at right now. I think quantum is. So this one right here is a penny stock. It's not bad. You could play it back up to $2. Swing trade the NASDAQ? Is that what you're talking about? Let's see. I'll look up the NASDAQ quick. But yeah, for Rigetti, I'm not a buyer. I would be a buyer. I was watching that at $11. I had it at $11. I'm not buying it where it's at right now. NASDAQ. Yeah, we are high. It could pull back down 22,000. Pull down 1,000. I'm not, unless you're playing puts on it. You can play puts on it. I don't know how much more it's gonna run up, but I wouldn't. There's way better swing trades than this. Facts, that one's gone. Yeah, Rigetti's gone. That's cooked already. If you're just buying delusion and greedy now. If you're buying Rigetti, look at this. We were buying here at $11 a share. When we see the sideways movement, I'll go back to our cheat sheet in the Discord. 1 second, let me pull it up for you guys. This cheat sheet, look, the sideways movement right here. This is the smart money phase. You can see right here, we're moving sideways on Rigetti for a while, and we finally got that pump. We're not buying up here. If you want to buy it, it's risky. You can play it back up to 50, but I'm not a buyer here. We have a lot of room to fall back down to 29, because you see from that peak to this 200 MA and the 50 MA, that huge gap. It's got to fill that gap, which I do like the gap it filled here, but I'm still not a buyer here. We're going to be in the smart money. That's when we're buying, not delusion. Send some more stocks in the chat. Michael Jackson joined the live. What's going on, Michael Jackson? CRVW. CRVW. Okay. This is a cheap one. Wow, penny stock. You can play it back up to 30 cents, which we're at right now. I don't know about it. This is a key resistance level. I want to buy. I mean, unless you know some information about it. BMNR. Bitmine. See, this is not looking bad. This IPO'd at 161. And we've been moving sideways since. So, like I said, this is the smart money phase. We want to see if we drop. I mean, it has some room to fall down, but I think it's just going to catch up with the 200 MA because it did IPO back in July. So that's why the 200 MA is pretty short. But I do like that we're trading sideways on the 20 and 50. We have a lot of room to pump here, especially with crypto being I think it's going to go on a bull run to end the year. Yeah, but I do like this. I like the sideways movement here. Smart money phase. It's got to create some separation with these moving averages. So it's got to go pump up or down, but I think it's going to go up. You meant, oh, it's not it. CRWV? Oh, this is BMNR, yes, but CRWV. This is CoreWeave. This IPO'd in April. And now we got this little cross upwards, held support on the 50 MA at 116. You have room up to 180 for CoreWeave. I don't know when they report. Let's see the price targets on CoreWeave. CRWV. CoreWeave's price, analysts are giving it a buy, so it's got a 1 year price target of 142, which isn't anything crazy, but once again, those price targets can change. And now it'll just pump this down, give it more buyers, so that price target jumps. But it doesn't look bad here. It's really got pumped. We should have been buying at $86 a share, or at least when it showed some support, went back to 100. Clash, Pumpkin, Clash. I don't think that's a. I don't know. He's just texting stuff. Send some stocks in the chat you guys want me to do a review on. If you guys enjoy, drop a follow. We do a bunch of lives and post more content. We're a new page and everything like that. We have a Twitter, a TikTok, and a YouTube, and trying to grow our community. The Discord is linked in the bio. You have to copy paste it. But we do post a bunch of content in our Discord. Amazon. I like Amazon. We're finally seeing some movement on Amazon. Alright, let's look at Amazon first. AMZN. I have this one on my watch list. Yeah, so I was calling this out at $219 a share. I like that we held support here on the 200 MA. That's a key support level. If we drop below that, it's not good. But I like Amazon to hit new all-time highs. So you can see we've been pretty flat. You see back here, we hit 240. We haven't made a new all-time high yet. We've kind of been running flat. This is when the market dipped down a lot in April. That's what you see here on this dip here. So everything came down there. But Amazon is in our sell zone, but I'm big on Amazon for a long-term hold. But I also really like this for new all-time highs. So this is one of the companies that I do like buying in the red zone. MRVL. Marvell, I know this one. We should have been buying when it dropped down to like 60. This completely fell off a cliff, yeah. Right here to $50 we should have been buying. But we're about to get the golden cross, signaling an uptrend. So we could play this back up to 220. As long as it holds support here at 77, I like this up back to 220. 120 on a 2 to 6 month swing. We'll push that. We'll say 4 to 8. WRD. Yeah, we're going in order, so just be patient, guys. Okay. Sideways movement. I like this. Need to get a pump soon. This could be a good hold for like 6 months. See what it does. Doesn't look bad though. Good solid money phase right here before the pump. Is you got to be patient with ones like these. Serve. We just did serve, but I think you probably just joined the live. So if you guys enjoy, drop a follow. I like serve. We pulled back down to the 50 MA. We should have been buying here at 12. We could play this back up to 18 plus, or it's gonna. I do like that we got the golden cross here, signaling a long-term uptrend on the yearly. So I do like this back up to 20 plus. Thank you guys for the follows. Send more stocks in the chat. This is Serve. The ticker is SERV. But I do like that. See, we got into our sell zone. This would have been taking profit here, pulled back down. And then we'll get re-entry here in the purple zone. Key support at 11. We don't want to drop below 11, but I don't think it will. Can you zoom in on one of the golden cross, like here? The golden crosses, the 20 and the 50 cross. So we see the 20 crossed here, the 50 followed below here. We want to be buying as soon as you saw that 50 cross. Hold on. We want to be... Stupid thing. We want to be buying when it pulled back to the 50 here, but this is where we're buying. So this was at when the 50 cross, we were at 15. So yeah, I do like this to keep going. This is the first time we're getting an uptrend here because we completely fell off of 25. We got the death cross here, came back down to $4, and now we're signaling for an uptrend again. Nice recovery. Send some more stocks in the chat. Yeah, but this is a nice uptrend. It did pump up and pull back to reality a little bit. No problem. What's on my... Oh, thank you. Thank you for the watermelon love. Which stock is this? This is Serve. SERV. I do like it. It pulled back to our buy zone. We can see it got to our sell zone, came back down. Now we should have been taking profit here, rebuying here. This is where we're buying purple and gold. I do like it. This is for a 6 month swing though. We'll say 2 to 6 months. I like to swing this back up to 20. Since we're in an uptrend. Thank you for the Let 'em Cook and the Night Star. If you guys enjoy, just drop a follow. We do lives every week, 2 lives a week. We have a Discord that's linked in the bio where we have a bunch of content being posted. It's a free Discord. It's free to join, and we do post free content along with a VIP, which is more exclusive, but everything else is free. We have trying to grow our community. We have 80 members in our Discord right now. We started all of this a month ago, so growing pretty fast. Trying to keep it up. I do like this. We did get this is now ticker NOW. Thank you for the follows. We got the bull cross that didn't do anything. It's a little choppy though. It's a little scary. It's just we want to look for stocks that are consistent with their bull. Their death crosses and golden crosses. This one doesn't seem to be too consistent with it. This is very choppy. I wouldn't like to swing trade this one. Just my opinion. It's moving a lot up and down. Not really being consistent. Thank you for the roses. This is an NOW. Send more stocks in the chat to be reviewed. But if you're a long-term investor, we'll see what the 1-year price target is for this one, since we're waiting for people to... But I'm just not a fan of... I like to look for more consistent trades that I chart patterns, everything like that. Analysts are giving it a strong buy though. So we have a 1-year price target of 1,155. So if you're looking to hold this for a longer term, we'll say like 6 months to 12 months, then this is a good buy. But on a 2 to 6 month swing, I'm not a fan of playing that. This is like a really long term swing. You have to be really okay with the up and downs for the stock. It's very choppy. So if you're good with that type, Molina Healthcare, I like that one a lot. MOH. Yeah, I'm a big buyer. I'm really big on healthcare for 2026. You see this huge gap? We're in despair right now. This is where we are. I'll go back to the cheat sheet. We're in despair. We're buying below the mean. We want to see some sideways movement, which we're starting to get. You can see this, right? But this is the mean right here. This golden lines and this is the mean. 200-day moving average. It's an average. We're in despair. This huge drop below. We want to see this continue move sideways. I like healthcare for 2026, so I'm big on this one. I was good at buying at 286 and it completely fell off a cliff. I like to play, if you want to short term swing it, you can play it back up to 260. Longer term, I think for the end of 2026, we'll see this back at 300. But I'm really big on healthcare for 2026, considering they've been taking a beating. Like, look, you can see last year at 423. Healthcare moves fast when it moves, so we can see this once healthcare. I think healthcare is a good hedge to the AI bubble that's going to pop soon. But I do like this. I'm a buyer here, and under the mean. We're going to see some sideways movement. I'm a big buyer here for Molina Healthcare. RGC. Yeah, I like Molina Healthcare for a longer term swing. We'll say that's like a 6 to 8 month swing. I would buy here though and hold. IPO. What is this? 83,000. This can't be right. What am I looking at here? 16. Oh no. 81. 81,000, okay. Okay, so what should we do? What do you mean, Swagman? But I'm a buyer for Molina Healthcare. I would start entering that position now. And just don't expect it to do anything in the next 2 to 4 months, like crazy. I would expect most of that move to be done in the 6 to 12 month range. This, you can see we are moving sideways, $15. I like this to play the gap. I don't know the price target for this one. RGC. We'll see what the analysts are saying about this one. They're giving it there's no analyst ratings on it. It's neutral. I guess it's kind of new. At IPO at 83, completely falling off. This is one of those stocks that aren't going to move for a while. Be patient with these. WTO. What did you mean by what should we do? I don't know what you meant by that. Just let me know. What the penny stock? $600 stock to absolute jack shit. I don't even know what I'm looking at here. I can't even say anything about this. I'm not gonna read this one. BYND, you missed it. You don't want to be buying right now. If you want to test your luck, then you could buy it. But you missed the pump already. At least the big pump. Send some more stocks in the chat for reviews. Drop a follow if you guys are enjoying the live. We do 2 lives a week, just doing chart reviews, talking about stocks, everything like that. Yeah, you did miss it, unfortunately. I missed it too. I think pumped. Well, let's take a look at the chart because I don't know if you know it, but yeah, we can see we got the crosses pumped up to $8. This is a complete pump and dump, and same day $8 all the way back down to like $2. So now it's at 180. So down another 17% today. If you want to play here for a pump, maybe up to $3, it's never gonna touch eight again. At least in the next year. You could see maybe 3, but it's dead. This is a pump and dump. Some more stocks in the chat for you guys to get reviewed. What are you doing, Gerv? Anything? TS. Send some stocks in the chat. Oh, I got 3 viewers on my YouTube. APID. Yeah, we don't want to be buying stocks when they're at the peak. We want to be buying to play that huge swing up. We want to be catching it before it hits that jump up, not after. I don't see APID. Is that the right ticker? I don't see it. AP. Oh, LD. APLD. Applied Digital. Yeah. Now, once again, it's not my cup of tea to be buying here. It's not bad. You can play it back up to 40 plus. I do like that the 50. No. It crossed down to 29. There's still some space here with the 200. Bottom of the RSI, which is signaling it was a little oversold, so we can see it play back up to 40 for a short term. Longer term, I don't know too much about this company. We can take a look at it real quick. PLD. I'll take a look at insiders as well. See what everyone's doing with this. APLD. Applied Digital. Let's take a look. We're getting a lot of insider buys. Yeah, so this is interesting actually. In the month of October, analysts or insiders 100% buy. That's 240K shares being bought. In August, there was 820K shares being bought. That was at $15, and I think pumped since August. So should have kept note of that. But we're getting some buys here, so we could see this getting all-time high here. I mean, obviously you can't just go off insider buys. There's some gap here in moving averages. We're trading on the 20 and 50 again, so we can create some separation up again or pull back down to reality. But there was a lot of insider buys, so it's definitely interesting. INBX. What's the price? Oh yeah, we're getting a strong buy. So the price target for this one's 42 for APLD. So as I was just saying, in the 40s. Yeah, this is a sell. INBX. If you're in this, take your profit. INBX. If you played this, if you were buying down at 30, or buying at 40, take your profit here. This is my opinion. I'm taking the profit here. This has room back, a lot of room. Look at this fair value gap. That's ridiculous. All the moving averages down here. The stock's up here. Not good. I'm taking profit or playing puts on that one. Tesla's crazy stock. I played Tesla at 270 and at 330 I swing trade it, however you want to say it. I traded it back up to 440, took my profits there. It hasn't really done anything since, so I've been using that money to buy other things. We can see 500 in Tesla, but I'm not a buyer here. You can see when this thing falls, it falls a shit ton. You can see we went 488 all the way down to 200. 413 all the way down to 200 again. This thing, when it falls big. I don't know if it'll fall back down to 200 ever again, but we could definitely fall back down to 350. I'm not a buyer, but like I said, we can see 500 for Tesla because that is the 1-year price target. And a lot of people are liking it. We're moving sideways here, so we're going to see a big move soon for Tesla. We're either going to see 500 or 400 flat. That's just a 50-50. It's a coin flip right here. Lyft. We could take a look at Lyft. If you guys enjoy the live, just drop a follow, help support. We're a new channel. We have a Discord linked in bio where we post a lot of content. We're helping you guys swing trade, learn how to swing trade, and gain confidence in the market and everything like that. We post a ton of content, when to buy, what stocks to look at, when to sell, when to enter, everything like that. We pulled back to the 50 EMA here at 19. I'm liking this one. It did pump up really quick though. We want to be buying on the Golden Cross at 13. We can see that signaling uptrend, and we got that pump after we came back down. So you had a second entry here at 14. Pumped. But I do like Tesla breakout. Tesla already broke out. You missed the Tesla breakout. I played it. I made like 14K off of it. Tesla breakout, I don't think so. The most it's going to break out to is 500, at least for now. I do like it for a long-term hold, but to swing trade it, I don't like buying it where it's at right now. I would wait for it. There's a way better entry going to be coming for Tesla, whether it's a year out, 6 months out. We'll see 350 again in Tesla. maybe lower, 300. But Lyft I like. I like Lyft. Don't they report soon? Oh no, the 5th. So it's next week. I do like Lyft. There's a lot of talk about Lyft. I'll just take a deeper look at this one for you. We have a 1-year price target of 19, which we're past, but I think that price target's going to get bumped. I think Lyft is doing really well. Yeah, and we have a lot. You can see up here, we completely fell off. Wow, what was this? This is over $50 a share. Moving sideways, signaling an uptrend. We have room back up to 50, but for that could be over a year before we see 50 again. More realistically, we'll see 30. We're on insider buyers, only 2,000 shares being bought by insiders, so nothing crazy. It's definitely interesting. If you want a short term swing it, you can play it back up to 23. USAR. Oh wait, I'll do MELE first. I didn't do that one yet. MEL. Wait, what is it? ME. Thank you for the follow, guys. MELI. Oh, not good. So this is a key support level we had at 2,260. Broke it. If it doesn't recover here, it only went up $3 today. We can see a death cross here soon. This thing can start to tank. We want to see it hold support here before buying or doing anything. USAR. Thank you guys for the follows. We do have a Discord linked in bio. We can't post an actual link yet because we don't have 1,000 followers yet. We're on pace. We have 450, and we made this page a month ago. So yeah. So this thing absolutely pumped and dumped. We're back at the 50 MA. So this is a key support level. We want to see hold $20 a share. If it drops below 20, this thing can continue to fall like a fallen knife. So it's definitely. Let's look at the price target on it. Rare earth. Price target of 24, so I mean nothing crazy. It's just playing back up to the 20 MA. ACHR. Choppy. You see this nice chop here coming back down. I think it'll come back down to 10. You could play. I would buy a little bit here, maybe like a few shares, but be ready for it to fall back down to 10, and then you could put most of your position in at 10. But we don't want to see it drop below $10. That would not be good. So $10 a key support. We don't want to drop below that. If you guys enjoy, just drop a follow. We do a bunch of lives. 2 lives a week. We post every week. We're trying to push out more content. We're a new page. We have a Discord, a Twitter, and a YouTube. Everything's linked in the Discord. So if you guys join the Discord's linked in this bio, in the TikTok bio. You just have to copy paste it. That's where we post most of our content. It is free to join. And you could go to our socials channel and you can see all of our socials. We have all social medias. Everything in their socials is called GFG Investing or GFG Finances. Those are the 2 labels that we use. MU. We'll look at Zora Crypto in a second. This is Micron Technology. Yeah, this is not a buyer here. We're going to be buying here at 111. We got the golden cross at 99, signaling an uptrend. That's when we be buying. So this pump could take this could take 2 to 6 months, 2 to 8 months. It could take 4 to 12 months. This pump, it just happened to be really quick. But as soon as we see this golden cross, then we're buying and holding for 6 to 12 months or 4 to 8 months until we hit our price target. But this, we're not buying up here. Definitely not a buyer up here. It's got room to fall back down to 190. We already had this huge move off this. So I don't like buying at the peak. Not my strategy that I do. Once again, it's all on your goals. Long term, swing trade, it just depends on your goals. But swing trading, definitely not a buyer here. Zora, I'll take a look at some crypto. Zora. What's the ticker? Zora or Virtual? I don't know the crypto. Can you send me the tickers for that? The ticker symbols? I typed in Zora. I don't see anything. Yeah, nothing's popping up for Zora. Yeah, no. I need the crypto ticker symbols for those. If you guys enjoy, drop a follow. Any more stocks or cryptos, you guys send them in the chat. We have a big week for earnings coming up, so there's some big names to be watching out for in this week's earnings. Marvell Technology should have been buying it at 60, but yeah, when this crashed down, we should have been buying this at $60, $50. You see, this completely fell off. Got the death cross here at 84, fell off to 46. Recovered a little bit. I do like this recovery here. We did get a golden cross here, so this holds 77 as support. It could fall back down to 77 as long as it doesn't break below 77, 75. This is signaling for an uptrend. We can see this play back all the way back up to 120. But that's a longer term swing here. When we see this, when we see a cross like this, we want to be patient. ASTS is another popular one. Space Mobile. Yeah, so we pumped. We don't be buying here. Came back down to the 20 MA. Held decent support. We could play it back up to 102. If you like it that much. If you're a big fan of this, you could play it back up to 102. Otherwise, there's room back down to 59 for a longer term swing. But the volume's spiking a little bit. But yeah, we should have been buying here. 48, or we at the golden cross here at 24. That's what I should have been buying and holding to our price target. And that's it. Zora, not Zorro. Yeah, Zora. I typed in Z-O-R-A. Yeah, it's not a thing. Nothing's popping up for me. Is that only on Coinbase? I'm not seeing it on TradingView or anything. Well, maybe I do see it on TradingView. Hold on. Is it Zora USD? Yeah, we pull up my other monitor here. It's a penny stock, penny crypto. Nothing crazy. I don't know too much about this. Yeah, it's on Coinbase only. It's only a neutral buy. I want to see support here to play back up to 12 cents. Robinhood, okay. Yeah, I found it already. LUMN. Is this Lululemon? LUMN? Nope. Yeah, so sell. If you're in this, take your profit. It's going to come back down to 6. This huge fair value gap here. We did get this golden cross, but that's not mean it's going to be a straight line up. Straight lines up are not good. We'll be taking profit. If you're in it, take profit. It's going to come back down to reality before it continues another move up. AGGIN. Oh. Lulu? Yeah, we'll take a look at Lulu. Lulu. I like Lulu. They're back in our golden zone here. We want to be playing this back up. This is a long-term swing, though. This could be over. This is easily a 8 to 12 month swing. If you're trying to short-term swing it, like a 4 to 6 month, we could see 260 for Lulu. But if you're playing it back up to our sell price, our sell target here at 300 plus, it's going to be probably a 6 to 12 month. But I do like Lulu for a shorter term. If you want to play it back up to 200s. But you gotta be patient with this. We just got to our sell zone here. We want to see some sideways movement, some consolidation in our buy zone before another takeoff. Amazon. I like Amazon for new all-time highs. That's just my opinion. I like it for a long-term hold. I'm really big on it. It's gonna be one of the biggest stocks. So. COS. What is that? COS. I don't see COS. Is it a crypto? Do you mean COST? Circle. Take a look at Circle. I like Circle. It was definitely should have been buying when it dropped down to 100 flat. Now it's at 143. But we did get the 20 crossing over the 50. There's no 200 MA yet because it IPO'd recently. Back in June, this thing IPO'd and it absolutely pumped to $300 a share. Came down. Now we're just kind of moving sideways here. So that's good. But I don't expect this thing to go back to 300 any week or month soon. We could see 200, but I want to see 300. It's kind of hard to tell with this one because it hasn't been around that long. PRAX. This is Circle. This is CRCL. We're looking at Circle right now. Maybe 200. Yeah, maybe 200. If it gets a good enough pump or if it reports well. Let me see. CRCL. If you guys enjoy, drop a follow. We do a bunch of lives, everything like that. And we're new. We have a price target of 165, so nothing crazy. We could see maybe pump to 200. I would be selling around 180. Thank you guys for the follows. PRAX. PRAX. We do have a Discord linked in the bio. You guys come check it out. It's free to join. It's a free Discord to join. Yeah, this is pump sell. What the heck? This thing pump. What is this pump? Yeah, sell. Take if you were in this at $60 a share and it look at this fair value. This is ridiculous. Sell this. This is actually insane. That's actually ridiculous. CRM. Coors and CRWV merger vote happening on Thursday. 30 calls and 90K volume today. Yeah, this is ridiculous. I would sell this. If you're in this, whoever commented this, I would sell it. CRM is one of my favorites. Swing based off my strategy. CRM and our gold zone. You can see right here, we want to be playing this. We could play this shorter term back up to 270. I like this up to 300 plus in the next 2 to 6 months. Seems like bulls are betting merger gets denied. Interesting. SoFi. If you're in SoFi and you're profitable, I would sell a few shares right now going into earnings, not knowing it's kind of a coin flip what it's going to do after it reports. And you can let some of it ride. If it pumps, if it comes back down, just use it to buy it again. FRGT looking good. FRGT. What am I looking at here? It's not looking bad. Sideways moving over the past few months. Has room to $1.50. If it breaks 150, it's got some room to pump. It's just penny stocks. Kind of hard to chart it unless you're looking at shorter time frames. But I like to swing trade longer time frames because longer time frames are more accurate. You have a better educated guess of where the stock will be trending on a longer time frame. MARA. Look at MARA. Anyone have any questions about the earnings this week? I know we're having a lot of big names. Yep, so we did get a golden cross here at $16 a share. We did peak to 24. I would start buying this at 17. I would be patient with this one. I think it's gonna pull back down to 17, and we'll start buying this. What am I looking at right here? That was MARA. Hold on. Gotta reset this. 1 sec. One second. Yeah, but MARA, that's looking pretty good. Why is this all black? Hold on. That's annoying. What? 1 second. MARA was looking good though. One second. Dude, what is this? Why I get... Alright, we're going to switch over to TradingView because I don't know... Finally, bro's live. Yeah, I know. But now I'm having an issue with Webull. I mean, not Webull. Yeah, Webull. I don't know why... I might just have to go with TradingView. Why is this... I don't know why my stuff isn't showing. That's weird. Anyway, can you review Rich Tech? What would you do with it? I'm selling it where it is right now. Alright, we're gonna pull onto here. Let's see. Rich Tech, I would sell it where it is. I don't know, or hold it if you're in it. What was I looking at before? Yeah, Mara I liked. Riot, I'll take a look at Riot. Riot. Interesting. Getting a strong buy, $25 price target, but we should have been buying. We saw this double bottom here at $6 and completely took off, so you're a little late to it. Hold on. Cake, I like Cake. I like to play Cake back up to 66 here. I like the pullback that we had. We held support. Now I think we'll play it back up to 66. No problem. Did we just look at Riot? I think we looked at Riot. Did I look at Riot yet? No, I did. Right. Let's just double check. Yeah. It's not too bad. I'm trying to see if I can get Weeple back up. I don't know what. This is where. What is going on? Hold on. Let's have a log back in. What is going on with this? 1 second. Thank you guys for the follow. AB, have you bought WLK or just waiting after the earnings report? WLK is interesting. I do like, it's a chemical company. I used to think it was a home builder, but it's a chemical company. I do like where it is on my chart. I would buy some now. I wouldn't full port. If you want to buy a little bit now and then wait to see what it does after earnings, worst case scenario, it pumps and you still make money, or it comes down and you just buy more, because I do like it to play back up to over $100. Hold on. I don't know why I got logged out, but I don't know. This is actually mad annoying. Yeah, no problem. Any more stocks? You got some in the chat. Can you explain what liquidity is and trading terms mean? We do that all in the Discord, so if you're interested, just join the Discord. We have all that information in there. The Discord's linked in the bio. I'm just trying to figure out why my Weeble's like cooked. If you have any more stocks in the chat, I'm just gonna pull up my other chart. Groove, do you see what's going on my Weeble? Reboot your PC, that should fix it. Yeah, I'll try that. Alright, we're gonna try.